I recently got a comment asking me if I would go play Armco Park. I'm kind of terrified of Armco Park, but I try my best to follow through on your guys' requests. So today we're gonna go test our luck at Armco. If you guys aren't in Ohio, you probably don't know anything about Armco, but it is a monster course. It requires a lot of distance, a lot of technical shots. It's got a little bit of everything, plus it's a hike. So not to be annoying, but today we're gonna cut it up, front 9, back 9, 2 videos, and see what we can shoot out there. I was just checking out my bag. There are a couple of water holes, so I'm gonna add a couple of discs. Also, the fairways aren't always cleaned up, so losing a disc out there is pretty likely. You never really know what you'll need, but I'm gonna add a captain's raptor because on the first water hole, I think I'm gonna forehand a captain's raptor, and I don't wanna lose my new Tour Series one, so we'll put one of these old ones in there. I bag a prototype Athena. It's my baby, so I'm gonna throw in another Athena just in case we wanna throw that on 18, which is another water hole. I was also going to add another Jawbreaker zone, but maybe I lost my backup. Oh, I did. I lost it at my grandparents when I built that course. That's a bummer, because if I lose my zone, I'm pretty much lost. But no, this is good. Since we are playing a scoring round, today is gonna be all about playing smart golf. Remembering we're on a very difficult course, so if we are in the rough, pitch out, suck it up, take the bogey or take the par. Don't try to be a hero too many times, basically. I'm going into this as if it were a tournament. I'm gonna try to play my best, talk you through what's going in my mind, whether it's right or wrong, what I feel comfortable throwing. I'm thinking if I end around even par, I'll be pretty happy. Par is the goal. I know going over par is pretty likely out there. And it's not the best day ever. Very cloudy, a little windy, and it's been pretty rainy recently, so it might be a little slippery out there as well, so we can expect the unexpected, if that makes sense. Too much talking. I'll see you at the course. The place is mowed too. Let's go. It's like they knew we were coming. On UDisc, it says there's a pro shop. I feel like there's not a pro shop, unless they're talking about on the golf course, because there's a golf course right next to it. Maybe that's the pro shop they're talking about, and maybe there's discs in there. I don't know. On the way, it was sprinkling. I'm hoping that stays away from us. Right now, it's just cloudy. I am ready to get my butt kicked. You'll see hole 1 here in a minute, but it is beautiful. It's so daunting though. Gonna have to do some jumping jacks because it's cold out here. First putt of the day. The worst part of this course is the baskets. I mean, look at it. Look how beautiful this is. The problem is it's a par 3, 420 feet down there. The big thing about this hole is if you do hit an early pine, good luck saving the par. Very, very difficult. And these things just suck them up, so it's really hard to find your disc. I haven't thrown any shots today, so I'm gonna throw 2. I'm gonna go leopard 3, that's a little bit more conservative, and then I'll try my trail. Sometimes people just throw a hyzer out right of the trees, and then they play the hole that way. Suckers. Turn a little. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I don't even want to throw a second one now, but I'm going to just for the warm-up sake. I have a feeling we're going to be taking that. Turn. Turn. Oh, that's close. I don't even have 420 feet worth of power in a wide open field, let alone a straight laser beam. So I just try to make sure I'm in the fairway, get up and down for the par. From here, I'm just thinking Jawbreaker zone. I can pretty much flick this right at the basket and it should be fine. Make sure I get the distance. Don't want any lengthy putts to start the day. Perfect, almost hit the bottom of the pole. That right there is pretty much my game plan today. The biggest thing is that when I can go for a hole, I need to make sure I have the confidence to go for it. Sometimes on bigger courses, I notice that I almost shy away from the ones that I know I can get because I'm trying to play too smart, if that makes sense. So I gotta keep my confidence high on the ones where, you know I have the distance or I know I have the ability to birdie it. If I just let all the birdie opportunities go by, I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself throughout the round to stick to par, you know? So with these baskets, you can't take any putt for granted. Try to make sure we hit that pole every time today. Also just keep them low so they sit in there. Hole 2 is a par 4 at 556 feet. You can see that flag waving all the way down there. At the bottom of this first hill, there's also a creek. On the tee sign, it doesn't say it's out of bounds, but we can only assume it is. From the tee pad, doesn't feel like a lot of wind, but I see some flags moving across the way that are left to right. I think I'm gonna throw Titanium Zeus. Just looking to throw one up the gut. If it fades a little left, that's fine. I was thinking about my understable Zeus, but I don't want it to get away from me and go in the road or anything. That flattened up. Hopefully that's a cross. That could be right in the creek, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little deceiving because you can't really see past the hill. As we walk here, let me shout out my affiliates, Foundation Discs. Hit the link down below, shop that link, and it helps support this YouTube channel. And then secondly, a huge shout out to Ideo Sports. These new Evos keep my feet dry throughout the entire round. I'm out here a lot of times in the morning, so the grass is very dewy, but my feet stay dry. So if you want to save some money on the new Evos, use SYNCUPMAX at checkout. Fantastic, we did end up making it across the creek. Basket is uphill. I'm pretty sure if I throw a strong jawbreaker zone, it'll be perfect. Come on, work. A little right of the basket, didn't fade as hard as I wanted it to. The wind today is pretty swirly, so kind of keeping you on your toes. Pin high here, about a 15-footer. Flag is not waving, we should putt. Nice. Try to stack them up while we can. Course only gets more difficult. Hole 3, it's a par 3, 248 feet. There's a low ceiling up by the basket. You can take this straight route up the gut, or you can throw the hyzer around the right side, which I believe is the easier shot and the safer shot. At 248, I'm thinking buzz or that jawbreaker zone again on hyzer. I've decided I'm gonna go with the zone. Oh, that's too wide probably, because it's not really gonna skip. I ended up pulling this right quite a bit, and I think the reason is that tree is pretty close to the tee pad. The last thing I want to do is hit first available. So the miss is definitely right. That way we still have a look at it and we're not trying to save par. But next time if I go right, I think I'll throw my more stable zone. That way it can push left a little bit easier. Yes, still got the birdie, so guess it doesn't matter. And that's gonna bring us to where I think it gets a lot more difficult. Hole 4, par 4, 792 feet. This is a very tough hole. The first shot, you need to hit that opening down there, which leads to a straight tunnel that's seems like it's 400 feet. The difficulty, that gap down there is pretty small. So if you land short, you're just gonna have to pitch to the gap. If you land long, same thing. Also, you got water at the bottom of the hill. So if you end up going long off the tee shot, then you're already screwed taking an OB stroke. This is why I brought that extra Captain's Raptor, because I thought it'd be a good hole just to hyzer one down there. I wish I knew how far it was to that opening, but I don't have my rangefinder today. Tactical error. Little headwind makes this even more tricky. Dig. That wasn't a bad shot, but it is short. So now we're gonna have to probably just pitch one around the corner. On this one, you really don't want any short shots. You wanna be able to make as much progress as you can on each shot because it's that difficult. Now we almost made the corner, and what that's gonna do is allow us to get a little bit more distance than we originally thought. I could play a big backhand turnover, but that's not a shot that I'm comfortable with. More than likely, it'll get us in more trouble. So I'm just gonna pitch a zone around the corner, try to get decent distance and stay in the middle of the fairway. Middle of the fairway, please. All right, that'll work. I definitely think Captain's Raptor is the play off the tee. I like the disc. I know next time that I can put a little bit more juice on it and it's not gonna reach the water. It's really hurting me that I don't know how far I still have to go. But to me, it looks like it's still a full rip with a fairway driver. I think I'm gonna go Firebird forehand. Forehands I can typically control a little bit better than my backhand, and also I'm pretty sure it opens up on the right side. So if we do saw it off, we'll still have an open putt, hopefully. I like it. Oh yeah, that is so far still. That is so far. Now you can see the difficulties. You almost, like if you want a real chance at birdie for somebody like me with not a lot of distance, on the tee shot, you almost have to push it over this left side and let it, fade in right about here. And then you have a legitimate chance. But if you just play your tee shot to the opening, good luck. I mean, it's practically hole 1 all over again, but I think it's farther. I'm very happy with my decision to go forehand there. It opens up so much on this right side, so even if I do throw this a little shorter and saw it off, it would still be fine. Just outside of circle putt here, flag is not moving, but I feel a little wind off my left shoulder. Yes! No name, no number, champion Wraith if you've lost it. After the tee shot, I don't know if I could have played that better. Very happy with the decision making. This is a giant par 3. Tee sign says 388 up this huge hill. Basket's up and to the right. It would take a monster shot to get to this basket. I don't know if the camera does this hill justice. I think what I'm gonna do is go Halo Wraith, forehand aim at this middle big tree, and it should be fine. Perfect. I just got to the top and I hit the corner, so it should be a simple approach from there. But as you can see how far this par 3 is, I think my forehand's pretty good. I throw it a decent ways, and that was max power, and we still have this left to the basket. Going jawbreaker zone, just trying to put it close. Sawed it off. That's not great, but even those ones are kind of scaring me. I think that's what happened to me on the approach is I got a little nervous trying to make sure I put it really close so that we don't miss the putt, and ended up short arming it. Here we are moving on to hole 6. It's a par 5, 1,084 feet. Now I think playing this with my friends, we normally just play the road out of bounds. So you can go beyond that into the grass, and I think you're fine. Not too much to this one. We got a tailwind. It just takes multiple big shots. Again, I'm gonna dial it back and go with my titanium Zeus. Just looking for a fairway here. Perfect. Nice. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Honestly, it's been kind of fun coming out here, talking through the holes, talking about what's going through my head as I play them. The playing and the thoughts don't always line up, but so far we're doing okay. So if you are enjoying it, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 8,000 subscribers. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna line up the same Zeus here, maybe a little bit more hyzer, but I don't know where I want to land on this second shot. A little uphill on the release. I'm a little nervous that I almost killed a guy. I didn't see him. Another beauty here, which I'm happy about, because walking up I was on U-Disc and saw Park Road and beyond is OB. So I'm glad we landed on this left side. I don't know if you can see the basket, but it's through that big pine. I'm assuming we still have another 330 feet to go. I don't know. So far, so good with the Zeus, so I'm gonna pick it up again. Love the angle. Don't know if it has the distance, but we're gonna find out up there. This hole is really just about distance. If you have 350, 380 feet worth of distance, you're gonna have a good chance on this hole. Make sure you keep it in bounds apparently, because I didn't know that was out of bounds. And we're parked, and what I'm noticing, there is a downslope to this basket, so as long as you get one up high and on hyzer, I'm assuming it'll just gravitate down this hill, and that's probably what happened here. I don't remember hole 7 being this grown in. 281 feet. It's a pretty straight shot that fades a little left. You're not gonna be able to see the basket. I can't even see the basket, but I think I'm gonna go with my buzz. I like it. I think it's gonna be a little left of the basket, but we should be pin high, putting for birdie. Looking back at the basket, this basket's a little crooked too, so that's nice. Whoo! Try to pop out of there. Hole 8's a par 3, 430 feet. We got a Mando left, if you can see this little sign. Now this is a pretty straight shot, and then it's gonna go down this hill to the left. And it's starting to sprinkle on me, which is not good. This could be pretty sketchy. What I'm gonna do is probably throw a leopard 3 as straight as I can, Don't need to get the birdie, just need to get a par. A little low, and that's gonna cut roll into it. Sit, first big mistake. You know, my play really was to get to that big tree on the right. I think I go buzz here, try to make the corner. Come on. I think that's gonna be short left. I made a big error on this hole. I think next time I just go for it. This corner comes up a lot sooner than I thought it did. I thought it pushed straighter for longer. So off the tee, I should be able to get the distance to get down here. My buzz, I thought was sawed off, and you know, we're pin high. It's a little short, but it's down the hill and it's not in the thick stuff like I thought it would be. Yes, really good save there. I think I say yes after every putt I've noticed. That's my bad. Hole 9, 372, it's a par 3. U-Disc doesn't have OB on this one and the sign doesn't either, but you can assume this road is out of bounds. I guess if we go right of it, maybe it's not out of bounds. Anyway, the basket is actually on the left. The green is a big downslope left, so if you play it kind of short and on the top of the hill, the putt is very scary. It doesn't really look like it's 372, but I'm gonna trust the signage and I'm gonna go with my Zeus. Nope, that's short. That hill just pulls it down left. I think I'm better off going over the road the entire way and then fading down. So lucky for me, it actually kind of opens up down here. I got this Y-shaped tree that makes it a little difficult though. That's fine. That wraps up that front 9. Let's see what we ended on. We got a par there. Reviewing it, we got 4 birdies, no bogeys, we're 4 under par. For my standards, I pretty much played that front 9 perfect. Way better than I had in my mind, to be honest with you. These last 2 holes weren't great, but we ended up getting the par anyway, and we putted really good. So again, I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is the front 9. Come back tomorrow, same place, same time for the back 9, and let's see what we finish up. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.